Welcome aboard, everybody. It's Plasma 1945, and in the air here on GS PvP server, I've got a nice loadout of very much fire and forget missiles. I've got two PL12s, those are Chinese Fox3 long-range missiles. I've got two 27 ETs, those are fire and forget heat seekers, and two 27 ERs, those are the Soviet Fox 1 long-range missiles. And we're going to take some high-speed shots here at enemies high above the ground. So I'm cruising at Mach 1.35, and I've got my first target on the nose. This is a very long-range shot, 73 kilometers at launch. The hostile is F-15E, and I've launched a PL12 at him from a range of 72 kilometers. As you can see, first thing I do after launching is a slight turn-off so that I'm not flying directly at him in case that guy has already fired a missile at me. And I start turning away, and as I do, it's going to drop lock, but remember, you do not need to guide a missile all the way to the target if it's a Fox 3. You should guide it to about 10 miles range or so, but here I broke lock a little early, and you'll see the missile do a bit of a sharp turn. But the reason it turned away is there's an unknown contact below me. They're not out on tac view, they must be a chopper here on growling. I lock him up with my ER and fire a Fox 1 on him. The hostile is an invisible, unknown threat. The missile does go for him, and splash. And at the same time, the F-15E gets splashed by my Fox 3 missile. So let's go to the replay. So Fox 3 missile goes active. Its seeker is now looking for the target as the missile comes out of the sky. Pop. F-15E Eagle is out of here. Splash 1 and some sort of an unknown target down below, maybe a chopper. Alright, back in business. Let's continue with this flight and the fight. We've got more threats coming. As you can see, I'm working my radar, trying to find any available targets. I'm flying north right now, and as you can see on the tac view on the right hand side of the screen, there is a pop-up on my left side, so I start turning into him based on the data link pop-up. The hostile aircraft was low, and there he is. It's an F-16 down on the deck, staying very low. I'm trying to spot him. My radar can't see him, so I go into a vertical scan, and as I'm diving down towards him, I'm rolling like that in vertical scan. There's a lock, and let's fire another missile at him. That is another 27 ER. That's a Fox 1 missile. I have to guide it all the way to the target. As I pass over him, I pop some flares just in case he fired a Fox 2 sidewinder at me. Yeah, this guy must not have been too experienced. He's kind of hiding on the deck there. And there's the missile. There's the Fox 1 being guided by my radar. He pops some chaff and flare, but that's not enough to spoof the missile. And there's a splash. F-16 down. High altitude flanker versus a low flying slow F-16. That's not a challenge. If you fly an F-16, stay fast, stay high. Your greatest power is your speed pilots in the F-16. Alright, that's another good splash, so let's pick up some altitude and look for more targets here. On my nose, I've got an unknown target, high and slow. I'm looking at my data link, confirming, yep, there's a target there. Let's bring him in. There's a lock. He is within range, and I get authorization for my ET missile. Fox 2 long, and right away I break lock and turn away. And while the missile's on its way, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment with any questions. The aircraft is an F-14. He's doing Mach 1 just under a Mach at 12,000 meters, so he's fairly high, but he is not popping any flares. He starts defending because Jester will tell you there's a missile. He's popping some flares, but not enough. And there goes the ET into that F-14. That's a splash 3. The whole goal here is to be fast and high. So back to altitude, speeding up again, looking for targets. And I've cut the RWR sounds because in the background I was actually talking to the rest of the squad. We were cracking jokes and being generally inappropriate, so it wouldn't be that much fun. Alright, next up. This is going to be a mess. Now, you'll see the problem here because I'm going to turn into a whole bunch of hostile aircraft. As I make this left turn, I end up in a very bad position. I am surrounded from the right side, or from the north. Right away, once I realize I start diving down, but as you can see, I have multiple blue aircraft coming in. An F-15, another I think F-16. They're already firing their missiles at me at maximum range. So right here, I'm heading right for the deck, full speed, turning away from those missiles. All in all, there's 4 guys all surrounding me, and there's no friendlies to help me out. A little valley here. Go right into the valley. My job now is to break their lock on me. Hide from their AWACS, hide from their own radars, and from the missiles that are chasing me. Staying low in this canyon. I still have 3 guys looking at me. As I start coming around, I see somebody on data link. Getting close to my 6 o'clock. I'm down to 1 missile, but I don't see this guy. Reverse the turn. Again, looking. Missile on me from the right side. I'm not sure how this missile sees me behind the hill, but nonetheless, I thought I defeated it, but I make a sharp turn. And that missile, I just get lucky here. That missile just freaked out. I'm not sure how it saw me in the first place through the mountains, but I beat it there. Fox too long. That's a 27 ET right into the tailpipe of that F-15 Eagle. Boom. Splash F-15 Eagle, and mission accomplished, guys. So there's the replay. There goes the 27 ET looking for that heat source. The Eagle had no idea the missile was coming because my radar wasn't locked and there was no noise from the missile. So he is splashed, and I'm going to RTB home. So from those who are watching, as you can see, as long as you stay high and fast in the Su-27, you have a pretty good chance up at altitude. The most important thing is, don't be too heavy with too many missiles. Maintain your speed, and don't fly into 4 enemy aircraft unless you want to get really lucky to make it back alive. As for me, Plasma 1945 is landing. Yours truly is back on the ground. And as always, subscribe, share, and comment if you have questions. I'm always happy to help out. Plasma 1945 is out of here.